What's up, Dragon Brood? Welcome to Fan Fridays. Actually, let me take a break for a second. I just want to say, like, if I seem kind of out of sorts or a little distracted today, I actually am. We had to, late last night, about 2 in the morning, take one of our cats in. And today he's going to be going through surgery, and the process is kind of stressful, and it's actually very expensive. So, that's a thing, but I just want to say, like, if I'm not my normal self today, or maybe even in tomorrow's video, that would be why. I know a couple of you have already reached out because you saw me talking about it on social media. If you'd like to support or help out, watch at the end of the video and I'll have some stuff for you. But welcome to Fan Friday. This is our third installment of this process, and what we do is during the week, usually on Monday or Tuesday, I set up some streams both on YouTube and Twitch to take decks from the viewers and the fans, and we turn them into hopefully playable decks. That's the goal anyway. Today we have two interesting lists. So yeah, I don't really want to, well, you already saw the title. I was gonna say I don't want to spoil them, but they're actually pretty neat. So one is a Gruul Combo deck, which is kind of taking an old combo and shoehorning it into a current deck and seeing how that works. And another is a Shrines list, because people keep asking for one, somebody submitted one, and I think we got to a version that actually is pretty playable. But before we take a look at these, as always, now more than ever, if you haven't, please consider liking this video, hitting the subscribe button, hitting the notification bell, because that helps me out so very much. And let's go take a look at our first deck for this week, which is the Gruul Combo deck. Alright, so this list I went back and forth on quite a lot, and I couldn't quite settle on where I wanted to be. Actually, let me adjust this light real quick, because it feels like it's a bit bright for y'all. Whoa, that went the opposite direction. That's not what we're trying to do. Alright, there we go. Now we're functioning. I don't know, now it's dark. I gotta figure that out. Anyway, let's get back to this. Alright, so we've got Gilded Goose. I wanted to put 4 in here, but I just couldn't find room, and we're already at 61 cards. I had to trim this down from, I believe it was like 68 is what this list was anyway. So that was already a little bit of a pain, but here we are. We have Heroic Intervention. Though this protects your creatures, it actually has a bigger part to go with the combo later. We'll show you that here in just a second. Tangled Florahedron. This is here both because it gives us an early game play. It gives us a 1/1 that makes mana, or it can just be a land in and of itself. Wolfhaven to help move our mana forward. We have Scoot Swarms, because Scoot Swarms is good. Y'all have seen it in other Gruul landfall decks we've had here on the channel. Play a land, make a token, but if we end up mutating onto it, we get copies that are equal to whatever it's mutated into. Spore Web Weaver. Now, this is the card that kind of allows itself to be part of a combo here. So we're doing a couple things. First, well, let me show you all the cards, and we'll come back and talk about it, 'cause there's a few things going on here. We have a couple of Ogre Battle Drivers. We have 3 Porcupirates, 4 Migratory Greathorn, 4 Terror of the Peaks, 4 Auspicious Sterix. The rest are lands, nothing real fancy there. Now, what you can do here with the Spore Web Weaver is you can, every time it gets dealt damage, you get to gain a life and make a 1/1. So if you have something like Terror of the Peaks out, you can make a 1/1, then you can have the 1 damage be dealt to the Spore Weaver, which ends up gaining your life and making another 1/1. Technically, you can only do this 3 times, or else you end up killing your Weaver. However, if you have a Heroic Intervention, you're able to do it infinitely, because the creature has indestructible. So you can just make a pile of creatures, call it good. Now, with that, you do have something with Ogre Battle Driver, right? This can let you just get creatures into play, give them +2 power and haste, and then you can go to town, right, with all those 1/1s that you made. You can also do other things too, like say with Porcupirate, that can be a way that you can start the damage on your Spore Weaver, which is pretty cool. But you could also be in a situation where you simply just put it on something, sometimes Spore Weaver itself, and just target the Weaver, make a 1/1, and then you just have blockers and you're gaining life every turn. Then of course we have the other combos already with Sterix, Terror of the Peaks, Migratory Greathorn, that if you're able to get copies on things like Scoot Swarm, and then you start getting a bunch of those, well, you just kill your opponent with Terror of the Peaks as well. So we kind of have 3 or 4 little mini combos kind of built in here. Same thing with like Auspicious Sterix and Ogre Battle Driver. Like if you get a Sterix where you trigger 3 or 4 things and one of those happens to be a Battle Driver, boom, everything comes into play with haste, and you get to just beat your opponent down with like just casting the Sterix, right? So we found a few different ways to like weave some things in here. I possibly would want a third battle driver. I'm just not sure what I'd want to put in its place yet. Possibly in place of one of the Porky Parrots, but I don't know. Porky Parrots allows some stuff to start happening with the Spore Weavers, so I don't necessarily want to cut those. But anyway, let's take this into the arena and see what we can do. Okay, yeah, we'll keep it. And this isn't too bad, because we can have one of those turns where we kind of like turn 1 Goose, turn 2 Great Horn onto a Goose, if we really want to. However, that doesn't really advance your mana as much as it seems, because you end up using a food to get a land, so it's almost like a wash going into the next turn. But you do then have a 3/4 that's harder to kill. Which, against Fervent Champs and such, that's probably a good idea. I'm going to block. I'm not going to lie, that is actually enticing there, but we're going to go ahead and do this. Knowing we're going to take some damage this turn. This is only bad if they're playing like Thunderous Rebuke or something. Which, you know, they could be. It's not like that's an awful card. Nope, looks like they're not. Second Fervent Champ? Does not look to be the case. Alright. So here our ideal situation would be to draw something like the Wolfhaven. So that way we can play that, play Florahedron, be set up to play the Terror of the Peaks next turn, but that's not the case. So what do we do here? Because the Spore Weaver is actually pretty legit in this situation. Don't hate that at all. And if we play the Spore Weaver, we can then just tap the Goose Greathorn stack to get a food, and then for sure play Terror if we wanted to, or just play Sterix next turn. Oh, actually no, because that costs more. We'd have to do the Florahedron and then do that. You know what? I think I'm just going to do this. Because worst case scenario, we block with it, it takes damage, we get a token, gain a life, like, seems more than reasonable. And even if they want to double down their Fireblade charges or any of that other stuff, like, that's fine. We'll live with it. Oh, we're just going to claim the Firstborn on that. Okay. That's a weird choice, but sure. I guess it's the only thing you can take, and we don't have many targets that make that card worthwhile, I suppose. Yeah, we'll just pass and block one of those. I feel pretty good. We're at a lot of life here. You know, 14. We're slowly picking off some of the opponent's creatures. We're not quite at combo level, but we're getting there. Okay, now this is, I think, going to start setting us up to slam the door shut. No attacks, no need. We're on defense. Opponent's going to be really hard pressed here to do something impressive. What are we doing here? I mean, we just block. I was going to say, we just block with the Spore Weaver, right? I mean, the only way this is bad is if that has... Actually, you know what? We just block like this. Yeah, you kill off our big stack, that's fine. We'll go ahead and kill that off, why not? They can kill our token we just made, and that's okay. We're not too upset about that. Yeah, I'm not sure the opponent's going to be able to do much from here. Yeah. Do that, because it gains us another life. Then we'll do that, gain another life. And again. And then the last one will just hit the opponent. We'll scry. Put that on the bottom. And now I don't know if there's a way we lose this one. Well, I mean, I say that. The opponent doesn't know we have Sterix, though. But, I mean, that's a lot of damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11. So, yeah, if we play any creature, opponent's just dead unless they do something here. And Rimrock Knight doesn't block. Yeah. Definitely going to mulligan this. This will have to be a keep. Probably scrap the Yeah, scrap the Sterix. This is not a great hand by any stretch. Okay, maybe we're turning into a little something. We can draw a 4th land. Maybe. Not sure. And just a Scavenging Ooze. Not sure what that means. That's tough. I think we still have to go with this Wolf Haven. Alright. So that's 3. If we get a 4th one, I would love for it to be red, so we could do that first, I would think. Or maybe even a Goose that we can protect with like a Heroic Intervention would be excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. And at least we get a 1/1 out of the deal. If they have a way to kill our Scute Swarm or get rid of it, which they probably do. We're going to leave that on top. It enables a couple situations where if they don't kill the Swarm, we could play the Great Horn and then keep this up for defense. Or we could just play Terror of the Peaks and hope for the best. Either way works. What is this? Oh, so this is just a hard +1/+1 list. Oh, great. Oh, this puts us on up to 2 other things. Yeah, you know what? I'll block 1. Not sure how important that's going to be, but seems more correct. Alright, so what do we do here? We can play the Great Horn, get a land. That puts us up to 6 mana. 6 mana, 5 lands, so it won't make another Scute Swarm mutate copy. But I think I want to do that. Oh, well, I did that. Well, it doesn't really matter the order, I guess, here. Put that over. So we have a 3/4 in case we need it. And then we're just going to pass. We're going to sit behind this intervention in case they try to, like, Elspeth Conquers Death, or, I don't know, any of a number of things, Banishing Light, or whatever. We can at least protect our dudes. They might even just try to straight up, like, Primal Might. Oh, nope, that was it. They gave up. Okay, well, as y'all saw there, that deck actually did some really fun things. Pretty neat, and you know, it's similar to the Gruul Mutate deck already. We just have some other little combo chunks built in there. We didn't really get to combo off real big. We kind of just got use out of the Weaver, but it was cool to see that all the cards at least worked and did what we wanted them to do. So it's actually a playable deck. If somebody wants to try it out, play it, you're at least going to do real things and not feel like you're just stuck. There are some times I think you can get what we call the clunky hands, where you get a bunch of the like 4 and 5 plus mana things, and that's gonna suck. But in between those, you can actually get to do some big, fun, exciting stuff. So dig that one. Not a big surprise, but it was pretty good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next deck for Fan Friday. which is a shrines list. Okay, so shrines. There's a lot of shrines on this list. Go figure. The one thing I will say about shrines that's a little bit difficult is a lot of the new shrines are all legendary, and that does make things a little bit difficult because there's a lot of times you'd like to have two of the same one and you just can't. You know, like having multiples of the black shrine would be great, but the problem is you don't want to put too many of those in a list because you don't want to draw multiples, right? So we're playing 2 of the White Sanctum, 4 Omen of the Sun, 2 Black Sanctum, 3 Banishing Lights, and some of this is just so we have ways to remove creatures and give you time. Playing Bone Crusher Giants, 2 of the Red Sanctum, 3 Cultivate, the Green Sanctum, 2 Archon, Shadow the Sky, obviously, since we're not playing a lot of creatures of our own. Sanctum of Calm Waters. This one isn't bad because you don't have to draw cards. Would be aware of that when you're playing this, that, you know, you may be getting milled, but you may still want it on the field so you can get extra damage out of your Red Sanctum or out of your Black Sanctum, right? So it still matters, but you just may not take the cards. So just keep that in mind. And then 2 Extinction Events as additional ways to remove creatures. 2 Sanctum of Alls, obviously, because it's part of the combo. You can just keep going and get all your Sanctums. And then 1 Dance of the Manse. So in the event that somebody has milled you quite a bit, well, maybe there's a chance that you can just Dance of the Manse for like 5 or 6 and get a couple of shrines out of the yard and just see what happens. So lots going on with this list. It's pretty cool. I don't know, is this the best way to play shrines? I have no idea. But it's at least a way that's better than a lot of what we've seen. My only concern would be, you know, because we're playing 5 colors, we could hit some mana issues. But, you know, let's take it in the arena and see what happens. Alright, this is actually usually the hardest part of the game with this deck, I'd imagine, because you have to sort of map out what you want your mana to do early. So here we have a black, so we can use that for the Black Sanctum. We have a red, we could use that for Bone Crusher Giant. We have a white, we can start setting up Shadow of the Sky. So we're going to keep. Seems reasonable. So here we're just going to go ahead and set this to black. Then we'll probably, well, you know what? I say that. I was going to do something else, but let's go ahead and get this Sanctum out. And now that the opponent, we kind of got a free turn there, let's go ahead. Oh, we do have Dance of the Manse already, so this is kind of interesting. Especially since we have Sanctum of the Fruitful Harvest. We could get enough mana that we could just get a big Dance of the Manse and set up a kill turn later. So that's kind of fun. I like that. Let's go ahead and turn this to green. So now, if they play another crab or some such here, we can attempt to Shatter the Sky. Or maybe even just play a Bone Crusher Giant of our own. How do we want to do this? I'm going to assume they have some type of counter in hand. So we could just get black mana and cast the Extinction Events. And then that would leave us 2 mana for this turn to still Bone Crush something, I guess. So let's try that. Assuming it's going to get countered, but if they have something else, we could possibly kill it with the Bone Crusher Giant, or we could Shatter this guy and just get more value out of that later. Did they flip anything? Oh, they did. Oh, but the Sanctums we already have. Oh, no, Sanctum of All and the Blue Sanctum are in there. Okay. So we could Dance of the Manse those out. We're going to call Odd since that's a 1 mana. Okay, that worked out alright. And we're going to get to kill a Thieves Guild Enforcer. Okay. Like, this is a good turn. That went well. Not the way the hand started, but I need that meme they're running around on Twitter right now, like how it started, how it's going. That's sort of what I feel like. This is a bit different here. Alright, Dan says up to X artifacts or non-aura enchantments. So we could do this for, if we got blue from this, we could do this for 4. Converted mana cost X or less. Well, So now we can do it for 5. So we could get Sanctum of All even. I mean, could wait to turn it to 6. Well, we don't even need to get the blue from that. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. That's fine. Alright, so we do this. No, it'd be for 5, right? So we could get Sanctum. Oh, we can get a lot of things. Alright, cool. I'm down. Let's do this. We'll get Sanctum of All. We'll get the Sanctum of Calm Waters. We'll get that. We'll get Banishing Light. And we'll get Omen of the Sun. Sure. Those all seem good. And we're going to remove that Teferi's Tutelage, let me tell you. Alright, Banishing Light into a Tutelage. We get to Scry. Don't really need any more mana at this point. We will take the Bone Crusher Giant. Yep, that'll do. We get to go first, and yeah, why not? We got the Green Sanctum to make some mana. I don't like having double Shadow this guy. I would almost rather one of these be anything else in the deck. The only way this is going to be good is if we end up against maybe Rogues, and they counter the first one, and then we resolve the second one, but that's kind of it. Don't mind our land situation in general, just because we get to play this, hopefully, on 3. And look at that, we are up against Rogues, so maybe, just maybe, that's going to matter. Also, maybe, do we even get to resolve this? That's going to be a situation all its own. Looks like somebody's playing with the Bob Ross lands. Hop over to my Discord if you want to get the codes for all of those, by the way. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. What else are we going to do? Enforcer and... Alright, so we have 4 cards in the yard. We are going to get white. Because I feel like I need to just pull the trigger on a shatter this guy here. Alright, they didn't have it. End the turn. Alright. Don't hate this scenario. Oh, whoa. What are they playing the green mana for? We're gonna have to be pretty careful here. We need red land because we don't have that. Well, we do have this that makes red. But that's fine. Okay. Also, again, making lights. I'm going to lead with this, knowing... Well, we haven't gotten a land yet. So if we do 1, 2, 3... that wouldn't leave us mana to do anything with from the Cultivate. Alright. This likely doesn't make it. But I didn't want to risk the Sanctum getting countered here. I think it just has more value. Gonna go and get red, just in case we get something like Bone Crusher Giant. We can use the Stomp and cast it. Uh-oh. What are we doing here? There's sand. Alright. I actually don't hate this, because the only thing worth getting, really, I'd assume, is our Archon. But we have a Shadow this guy, so whatever. And we get bonus value because they took a card out of our yard. So, Yeah. 2 Sanctums of Calm Waters, not what we're looking for. Ooh, Sanctum of All just went away. That sucks. Alright, we need to make some moves here, deck. Not draw similar Sanctums. Can we... 1, 2, 3. If we use 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I mean, if they have another counter, we were going to lose this anyway. So, I'm not too opposed to doing it in this order. Island... Swamp? I don't know. Oh, I put those... Oh, no, because the other one makes blue anyway. I guess it's fine. Yeah, if they have that, we're just dead. Nope. Okay, it's still a game, I suppose, for a little bit longer. Not another Zerasan. Alright. Take action. We'll get some cards. Discard a card. I guess we'll discard this blue shrine. Choose a color. Let's call black, I guess. Why not? Let's go with let's do this first. Did that get countered? No. Okay, well, we'll discard this. Alright. End turn. Maybe they just have creature kill spells at this point. Because that would make sense. That's not going to do anything coming into play, so sure. I'm going to go ahead and just kill this. So, I mean, we're going to get 4 cards next turn anyway. And then we're probably going to stop using the Sanctum of Calm Waters after that. Alright, so drain the opponent for 4. Okay, cool, they gave up. Alright, so yeah, it worked. I guess we actually have decent game against Rogues. Like, not really sure what that means with the Shrine deck there. But I want to say this week was a tough week to pick the decks that we had available. Because we had an interesting cycling one. You know, we had a historic deck that was kind of neat. That was a black-white deck with with Veto and a bunch of life drain stuff. What was another one that I tried out? Oh, we had a rogue, like 3-color rogue list that I ended up passing on. So there was a lot of good stuff that I was struggling to make work and win some games here or there. But I think these two were at least fun and interesting builds. I don't think either one is like top tier. And again, I'm not sure I would be trying to like hard ladder with these. But if you're just playing best of one and want to do some fun stuff, go for it. You'll win a couple games, you know, maybe like 40%-ish, but that's fine. Or if you just want to play in the open queue, you'll definitely get some games there and be able to do pretty well. So check them out. Again, appreciate everybody for submitting those. And actually, let me make sure I get the names of the 2 fans. So one goes by the Moonin Knights that submitted the Shrines list. And then the other was from Maderio, who submitted the Gruul list. So I want to make sure I get that out there as well. Now, I know some of y'all, especially because last night you're in my Discord, you saw me commenting about being up till ungodly hours in the morning, going to the emergency vet clinic with our cat. And a bunch of you have reached out on Twitter, and I appreciate it. I don't know how I feel about people just giving money to me at this time, because it is around the holidays, and that's a little tough, especially with everybody having other financial obligations. So what I will say is, if you are already going to be doing any shopping on Amazon, check my description. any of the Amazon links down below, if you click on those, even if you don't buy the item that it links to, if you do your shopping on Amazon within 24 hours of clicking on the link, and you just stay on that chain of links or that browser, I will get a kickback from that. So that's a way you can help me. Also, if you're buying Magic cards and you want to, or I guess any Pokemon or whatever else you want to buy through TCGPlayer, I have a link for that as well. If you do any shopping through there, again, after following that link, I will get a kickback through that. So that's a way you can help me out. Just spending money you're already going to spend. If you do want to spend money directly, I do have merchandise. Feel free to click on the merchandise link, also in the description. And, you get something for yourself, and I'll get a part of that as well. So those are ways you can help me out without actually just giving me money, and you can at least get something cool or something nice for yourself, or just buy gifts you're already going to buy. And I appreciate the support from y'all. It does turn out pet operations are crazy expensive. As I think I posted on Twitter, going to be the most expensive thing we own outside of our house and our 2 vehicles. Not even our house. We're still paying on the house. So really outside of our 2 vehicles, which is crazy. But anyway, all that aside, again, appreciate everybody. Another fun run for Fan Friday. If this video does well, we're going to keep going on and do more. So be sure to check this out. Click the like button, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, especially right now because that'll help me out so very much. But it also lets me know that y'all appreciate me doing these Fan Friday videos. And remember, keep an eye out. We're going to do streams on Monday or Tuesday, both on Twitch and YouTube, to get more decks from y'all and see what we can do and see if we get your deck featured. And don't forget, if you want these deck lists or anything else, any of those links I talk about, they are all in the description down below. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.